What was the username? Admin, password, admin @ 123. Got it? Everyone? So this particular link is working for everyone. Okay. So username is admin, password is admin @ 123. Got it? Yes, finally. Admin @ 123. Just everyone try to log in with the same. When you click on site administration, kindly listen to me. You click on site administration, you will get this application lifecycle management login page. Can you see? So here give the username admin, password admin @ 123. Follow the same. Login button nama. See, can you see this? Login with username admin and password admin @ 123. Done. Everyone. Administrator. When you click on the site administration, it will take you to login page. When you give username and password, it will take you to this particular ALM site administration home page. Got it? So what is the next duty? What is your next duty? We have to create a domain. Start creating a domain. Create a project. As we have discussed right now. By here, can you see this create a domain? Can you see this feature called as create a domain? Click on create a domain. So right now your Zoho CRM, it is working on 3 beautiful domains, that is sales domain, marketing domain, as well as advertising domain. So just pick any one of the domain. If you're comfortable with marketing domain, just give the domain name as marketing. If you're comfortable with sales, just give the domain as sales. If you're comfortable with advertisement, just give the domain name as advertisement. So right now, I will give a domain sales. 123. So I'll give the name as sales 123. Why? Because if I simply give sales, already I have created one sale here. Okay, so last class people have created so many sales here. So what I'll do, I'll click on the domain name sales 123. Just give different numbers so that you will just remember it. Okay, so click on domain. So failed domain. Okay, so once again I'll create, give sales, I'll give 2s and I will click on OK. Can you see this? Domain sales got created. Can you see the description? I got to know that where my domain is being stored. Can you see this? So this is my particular domain. So under this domain, I can start creating projects. Under the sales domain, I can start creating projects. So how will I create project? You have a feature here. Just click on create project. screen is blur. Okay, right now it is visible. Okay, you can check. Madhusudan, what I want to repeat? Kindly log in. Now, what you need to do? Create a domain. Can you see this? Once again, I repeat, just create a domain. Click on create a domain. You can find domain name. Give a domain name. Click on OK. Successfully, you will get a sales domain will be created. Okay, you can see that sales domain here. Got it? So after creating a domain, you need to create a project. So click on project. Click on create a project. So I am clicking an empty project. Can you see? By default, it is there in empty project. Okay. So after selecting an empty project, click on next. Click on next. So right now I want to give a project name, right? So right now directly do not give Zoho was my project. No guys, no. You just want to come up with your own project name. So for my project name, I will give the name as I'll give the name as Kester. Okay, I'll give the name as Kester. And by default, it is giving me the domain what I have created just now. Yes or no? So if you want to create a project for different domain means you can choose any one of this. But for me, by default, it is showing me the domain called sales. After giving a project name and domain name, what you need to do? You need to click on next button. Can you see the next button? Click on next button. So right now, as I said that ALM as an architect, right? Yes or no? ALM as an architect. How this ALM is working? It working on client and server. So right now we are client, we are using this particular application. Okay. So when I say this client and server, whenever you are using an application over the internet or via internet and I'm connecting to the server. Can you see the server name here? By default, you can find a server name here. Okay. So you can find a server name here and you can see the database admin username as well as his password. So each and every server, it has its own database to store the data. Where am I storing these things? Or whom am I connected? Yes or no? So what I'll be doing? I'll be saying that I'm connected to a database. It is a type of MS SQL and the server name is so and so. Got it? By default, it will show you a server name which you have connected. Then what you need to do? You need to click on next. Okay, and it's so and it is asking whether you want to save. Okay, whether you want to enable. Okay, just a warning message. Say okay to that warning message. So you have successfully got your database server for this particular client server application. So right now, what I need to do? I need to add users, right? I want to add users. I will start adding user. So right now I need admin. Okay. And I will start using. Okay. I will start calling the users. Okay. I think in class we have created Nisha Shetty, right? So I will add her. Okay. Then I will add Shivu. and I will add Venki, and I will add Nikki. Okay, so like this, I'll start adding the concerned user or the available user for this particular project which I am creating here. So right now, the people who am I clicking or the double tapping here, it is directly adding to this particular project list. Okay, so these many people, only these 5 of them can access this particular project. Only 5. Remaining people, they cannot access. Why? Because I didn't give them permission. Yes or no? I didn't add a user here. So after adding a user, what is your duty? You need to click on next. You need to click on next. So after clicking on next, what is your duty? You need to check for the extension. Okay, so right now I'll be enabling the extension, that is ALM development extension. That means I want to know about the build. Okay, if I want to know about the build means I will enable. I think in your manual testing classes you have learnt. You will copy the build from development environment and you will paste it in testing environment, and you will execute your test cases and you will start raising bug. Yes or no? You have learned manual theory. So how will you apply? So by enabling this particular ALM developers extension. Later on, I'll be using some laboratories, nothing but I'll be using some labs for extension, okay, to do my functional as well as performance testing, and I'll be using some lab extension also. Then I want to know about ALM application, how exactly it works. So I'll just enable the third extension also. So after enabling all the 3 extension, I will just click on next. I hope so you understood. How many extension you want to enable? We have to enable 3 extension. Click on next. And it will give you the project details. So right now, about the project what you have created. Okay. So right now it is MS SQL project. The project name is Kester. The domain is sales. The server what you have connected, as well as the extension what you have given. Okay. So like this you can find it. So right now it is an activate. So right now by default, can you see this activate project? So by default it is saying that you want to activate this project by clicking this particular checkbox, then click on create button. Click on create button. Okay, it will take some seconds and it will start creating your project. Okay, it will start creating your project. Can you see? See how beautiful it is running. It's creating your project. Whether you're falling sick